Hey, it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to Legal Doc Talk 24/7. This is a Mike Jeffries update. If you have not been following this case, this is the case where the former Amber Crombie and Fitch CEO was indicted back in October for and charged with sex trafficking and interstate prostitution. So we are going to look at the docket and see exactly what has been updated. So I wouldn't even say it's a rumor. He has been diagnosed with dementia and late onset Alzheimer's. So with that being said, his attorney filed a motion on December 9th. It is a motion for an order of competency to stand trial along with the memorandum of law by the attorney. And on the 10th, they actually had a hearing in regards to this motion because now they are saying, okay, he has been diagnosed with dementia as well as Alzheimer's. So, how would this actually affect his case? So, they had to have, a sit down and see, kind of plan out what will happen over the next course of next couple of months. This is a litigation case, mind you. Well, not well, obviously it's litigation, but it's a criminal case. So they have to do things in decent and in order. So if it has been brought to the court's attention that this individual now has Alzheimer's and dementia, we have to have a hearing to see exactly what is going on, kind of have experts and the whole nine yards to, stand before the court and give their testimony, their expertise, so on and so forth. They'll take all that information and then we'll have a formal hearing regarding if he is able to stand trial. So on the 10th, I'm not going to read all of this, but I'm just going to kind of read the minutes of the court. It does state that both parties, meaning both counsels, have to agree to retitle it an unopposed motion to determine competency to stand trial. So that means that neither counsel is opposed for this motion to be submitted and for the judge or the court to say, okay, go ahead. We are going to we're going to have the experts come and tell us whether or not they believe he's fit for trial. Let's see. And so there was a couple of things. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Okay. So the next in-person status conference will be March 13th, 2025 at 11 a.m. Defendants are permitted to appear via telephone for this conference because, my job, they are currently out on bail. And they do have, I believe he has an ankle monitor, but the stipulations with that. It says defense counsel is directed to contact the court's courtroom deputy for the call-in information in the event their clients wishes to appear via telephone. Should developments arise that the court believes necessitate defendant's in-person appearance on March 13th, 2025, the court will communicate that the parties via ECF, and that's the e-filing system. For the reasons stated on the record, the parties' joint application to exclude time under the Speedy Trial Act is granted. And then let's see, there is a letter, and we can kind of click on this. So the letter reads, and this is for the government. So the government and counsel for the defendant. So these are the parties coming together. Respectfully submit their joint letter in accordance with the court's December 10th sealed order and related instructions as the status conference on the same date. Based on the parties' discussions and the fact that the parties intend to call additional expert and non-expert witnesses, the party estimate that the hearing will last approximately 2 days. Because remind you, they have to have experts doctors preferably, to say, okay, this person is or is not able to stand trial. And then you also have your non-expert witnesses, and that might be people that is close to him to say, okay, this is what I've witnessed. Yes, he may be able to stand trial, or no, he may not be able to stand trial. And so this hearing is going to be in the course of 2 days, June 16th and June 17th, 2025. And all parties picked this particular date. So, they can't change that. And then it reads that further, the parties jointly propose that pursuant to federal rules of criminal procedure 16, for any and all witnesses the party intends to qualify as experts during the competency hearing, they will provide the prior statements and reports of those witnesses other than those previously disclosed in accordance with the court's scheduling order, including raw data. And this is consistent with standard medical practice. Raw data will only be exchanged directly between experts. So that means that they're not going to exchange anything with the parties or their attorneys, but it's just going to be between experts. And they have to exchange this information at least 10 days prior to the scheduled hearing, which is the 16th. On that same date, pursuant to the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure 26.2 and Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 3500, the parties will also provide each other with all prior statements of any non expert witnesses they intend to call for trial. Finally, the plaintiffs respectfully request that they be required to file any briefs regarding the court determination within 30 days of the completion of the hearing and not prior to the hearing, so that the briefs accurately and completely reflect before the court, including the testimony of expert and non-expert witnesses as well as their cross-examination. The parties thank the court for its consideration of this proposed schedule. All right, so now that was filed back on the 20th? Yes, the 20th. And so the order is set as follows. The court so orders the parties requested schedule. So this is the schedule that they have to follow. So by June 6th, according to the rules of the federal rules of criminal procedure, the parties shall provide the names, prior statements, and reports, including raw data from the medical experts relied upon. For all witnesses the party intends to qualify as experts during the competency hearing other than those previously disclosed by the deadlines set on record during the December 10th, 2024 proceedings before this court. Also, by June 6th, according and pursuant to the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, the parties will provide each other with all prior statements and any non expert witnesses they intend to call to trial. By June 8th, 2025, the parties shall file via the e file system their witness and exhibit list for the competency hearing. And then the competency hearing will be held over 2 days, June 16th and 17th, 2025, beginning at 10 a.m. each day. And it gives the courthouse. It also says that the parties shall file any briefs regarding the court's competency determination by July 17th. So that means once they have the hearing, each party's counsel needs to make sure that they have their briefs because now they have all of the information from the experts, non-experts, and when I say experts, the doctors and everything, to make their determination of whether Mike Jeffries is able to stand trial. And it says that the briefs accurately and completely reflect the evidence before the court. The parties shall include any proposed facts, finding of facts supported by citations to the record. And that's it, and that's all. So I know that we have been, kind of reporting on this because it's not really much to report, only because they have indicted them, they bailed out, and so now this has came up. This kind of throws a wrench into the mix because it's like The main person that was orchestrating and had a role, a big role in this, has now been diagnosed with Alzheimer's and dementia. So now they have to see if this man, he's 80 years old, so they have to see now, is he going to be able to proceed through this process, through this litigation. This is quite different. This is quite different. And if you have not watched the video regarding what went down at his events, and I'm putting in quotations, his events, definitely go back and watch the video and then you'll understand. But it's like, man, what's going on here? You think about the Diddy case, but with Diddy young. Like Jeffries 80 years old and with dementia and Alzheimer's. So y'all let me know what y'all think, how this is going to play out in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, you all be blessed, and I'm out. Bye.